Welcome to Daily Meditation with Zohar Lavie.
So good morning, everyone, and welcome to this session of Zohar Lavie, daily meditations together. It's such a pleasure and a joy to be joining you this morning. I'm in West London, travelling between my usual location in West Dorset to Palestine and Israel later today. So very happy to start the day with you all. And for those of you who might not know me, my name is Zohar. I'm one of the teachers that lead these sessions and have done for quite some time. And always such a delight to join the community of practice here. Such a beautiful, precious gathering as we can feel as we come in and read the chat perhaps and participate in that sense of community gathering from around the world. Yeah. And the session this morning will consist, as it usually does, of some guided practice together, some reflections before that on the theme of this week, which is compassion. And then we will have some time for questions and responses near the end, but we'll say more about that when we get to that point. So our theme is this theme of bringing compassion to our experience, responding compassionately to our experience. And one of the ways that we very much do that is through the capacity to pause. And something so basic and so profound in our practice, that capacity to pause, that capacity to, I sometimes feel it as pausing for peace, for that larger intention, whatever that larger intention is for us of our practice. The pause allows that pausing, putting down the habits of reactivity that are at play and allowing something more nourishing to come through and more appropriate and more aligned with our intentions. So one thing that we notice as we practice is that attention is fueled by or operates according to habits. And these habits are usually habits of push and pull. We feel that tug of the push and pull, and I'm doing this with my hands because it's like going towards something, going away from something, and we really can feel it in the body, more grossly as I'm doing it now, but sometimes on much more subtle levels of just feeling that movement towards, that movement away from. And probably I shouldn't do that too much because it will interrupt the sound, but we can feel it. And this is a habit, and it's unintentional. Our attention gets drawn to something, pulled away from something, which feeds more reactivity. And it's crucial for us to acknowledge this, to know this is happening, to become more familiar with how that feels in the body and in the mind, in attention, because it builds dukkha. It's such a foundation of our practice and of the teachings. There's this initial thing happening. The attention is drawn to something, and from there, further layers of reactivity that build if it goes unseen and unacknowledged and unnoticed. So what we'll be exploring very much today is this capacity to just let go of that reactivity, put down the struggle that we habitually have of attention is drawn to something because, you know, that's the habit of it. And then the layers of reactivity kind of starting to follow and to build, and actually to just emphasize pausing, coming into this moment of experience, which then opens us up to see what else is here. And to even just align, you know, sometimes we don't even need to look for more. We can just align with what is here. And we can see this as a movement of compassion and wisdom, which is what it is. You know, because so much of that habitual push-pull on attention leads to suffering, leads to dukkha, this word, this ill-being in experience that is so common for us. Yeah, it's helpful, you know, to remind ourselves again and again, this is a movement of compassion, a movement of wisdom for us, in us, that allows us to not follow that habit of reactivity, to not get sucked into it, and to actually pause, come back, put down. And again, my body's speaking, put down what we don't need. Yeah, put down what isn't necessary, put down that which is not in alignment with what we wish to see, and notice what is here, what else is here. So habits are created through repetition. We know that, and they can be transformed if they are not further fed and repeated. And that's what we're trying to do in our practice. And so that simple thing that we do with any meditation practice, we know what the anchor is of our attention. And we make that intention to pay attention to it. And then we notice that's what it serves. One of the things it serves, we notice when the push and pull arises, because we're no longer paying attention to that which we wish to pay attention to, that we've intended to pay attention to. And that's a moment for pausing. And we can even use that internal noting of just pause. And I like to remind myself, pause for peace, or pause for well-being, or pause as compassion. We can bring in, and you can use words, a gentle noting if that's helpful. You can just use that sense of pausing and relaxing and easing the body and mind as you do this. And putting down that sense of, I'm putting down the struggle, I'm coming into this moment, coming into the body as an act of compassion and wisdom that opens up possibilities. And we also notice then any ease that comes with this letting go. Any ease that comes with putting down the struggle, with letting go of the struggle, is something that we want to notice, that we want to appreciate and enjoy as much as we can. Maybe I'll, just finish off with a bit of an example from last week, I think, when I was having quite a bit of back pain. Maybe it's 2 weeks by now. I can't remember how long ago it was. And feeling, how the attention goes there because there's this discomfort in the body. And then just pausing again and again and feeling the release and the relief that comes with that. Yeah. And what, how much opens up from that. Just pausing and sense of peace. And then as there's a degree of easing of the struggle in the body, the degree of dukkha, of suffering, is reduced also. And there's more sense of, here's some easing, some relaxing of the pain and the habitual reactivity to it, and possibilities of more that then can be done as I look that way, as I practice in that way. So hopefully that makes sense enough for us to go into practice together. as I said, there will be time for questions and responses after the meditation together. And let's find our posture for this time. So wherever you are in your day, find a way to practice, to settle the body into a helpful posture for you for this time. You may already be in that posture, but you might not be. And so just finding your way, whether you're already in your posture for some time or settling in, it can be helpful to take a few moments to check in. Notice if the body is as comfortable as it can be. Seeing if there's any adjustments that can be made. So that the body can be as supported and stable. Aligned and at ease as possible. So the awareness, the attention is already coming into the body. Let's settle it a little bit more fully and deeply in the body. We can use the sensations of contact between the body and that which supports the body, the seat, the mat, the ground. There's already a kind of pausing as we bring attention to these areas. Encouraging the attention, the awareness to come more fully, more deeply into contact with the sensations of contact. And creating a base, wide base for our attention to rest into, to ground into. And from there, when you're ready, just letting that sense of wideness from that wide base of the body through the contact sensations, allowing it to soften and open. To the whole body, allowing the awareness to open to the whole body. And feeling the whole body here. And within that, remembering your intention or our shared intention for practice. Whether it's that intention of compassion and wisdom, or any particular intention that resonates with you right now. Sometimes can be helpful to put a hand on the chest, heart, belly area to connect our intention to feel its resonance in the body. And feeling that intention, feeling the awareness open through the whole body. Intention for this practice to nourish compassion and wisdom. And feeling what would be a supportive and helpful anchor of attention for you for this time. Might be the sound, breath, body, any other intention that you know that's useful for you, that's helpful for you. And opening to that anchor, resting attention with it. And gently attending movement of the breath through a wide and open awareness in the body, or the knowing of sound, the movement of sound, or any other anchor that you're using for this time. So let's take a few minutes in silence to explore this, to establish a gentle, kind, and curious attention with the anchor and with experience. Gently noticing what you notice in this moment of experience, not judging. As you notice, that's already a pausing. What's here? Can I pause as an act and embodiment of peacefulness? Of compassion? We might feel that push and pull on attention going somewhere or away from something. We just pause and relax into this moment, putting down, letting go of that struggle. Remembering this is a movement, an embodiment of wisdom and compassion. So pausing and bringing the attention closer to the anchor of attention that we've chosen, that we've intended to bring attention to during this time. And once more settling with it. Moment by moment, pausing and present. Pausing and peaceful in the midst of it all. And let's continue our practice. in this moment of experience, just opening to notice what you notice, pausing as you do this as an embodiment of compassion and wisdom, pausing for peace, in peace. Whatever push and pull are here, if they are, resting into this moment, resting into the body, resting with the presence of the anchor of attention. Here is the breath, the sounds, aligning with compassion and wisdom as we gently guide attention again and again to the anchor, letting go of struggle as we do so, inclining the mind to presence, to peacefulness amidst it all. Just one moment at a time, noticing, pausing, aligning with peacefulness, with compassion, with wisdom, with whatever your intention is. Easing that push-pull habit, that reactivity habit. As we do so, opening the possibilities for more of what we wish to see, to be embodied in our own heart, minds, and in the world. So bringing this intention for the last 5 minutes or so of this practice time, as fully as possible for you right now, pausing again and again, and aligning again and again with that which you wish to see. Not feeding the push-pull reactivity, and instead nourishing deep well-being for all beings. Let's continue to practice for a few more minutes in this way. In a moment, the bell will ring. And when it does, just pausing once more. Pausing, relaxing. Even as you make the intention perhaps to change the posture, to open the eyes, and doing that with that intention of peace. Peace as opposed to struggle. Peacefulness as opposed to reactivity. So thank you for your practice, and please take your time.
Today's podcast is an offering to you from our archive of freely available live daily classes. We make wisdom teachings and meditations as freely available as possible to as many people as wish to practice. You can help ensure we can continue to support a worldwide Sangha by leaving a review wherever you get your podcasts, by sharing this with someone who'd be interested, and by offering a small financial support at sangha.live/donate.